We've never waited this long to assemble 68 looks like. We run the risk of this being a real disaster because usually we cull from a year's worth of material, but we haven't been talking to Tim Kirkshin that much, and March Madness is upon us. Like, it's here. So now what do we do?
Well, I mean, we could just say we're giving away a prize if you send some good ones and not let people know that we don't have anything 2 weeks out.
Well, we plan on getting them something. The best ones will get something.
Well, we can't promise that yet because we don't have what they're going to get secured.
Yeah,
exactly.
Well, we have to secure something that's valuable. What is the hashtag for people to send good looks likes? Because mostly 95% of them aren't any good. And we have to weed through a whole lot of shit in order to get to the 5% that are the best.
No. You listening out there, if you send us one, it's probably going to be good. Yeah. I believe in everyone's ability to send in some good ones. Yep. Some are better than others. Some make the tournament. Some do not. But everything that is sent is good.
That is a great clarification.
So we really appreciate.
Thank you. Audience.
Our audience is the best audience that there is out there.
And you're all very funny.
For your creativity and your inspiration that helps fuel
on your patience.
So please help us.
Yeah.
Because we need more. And we need them fast.
We're in perfectly good shape on our own. Yeah. But, we want you to feel like you're part of it. We want to include you. We want to bring you guys in, possibly give you a prize.
Yeah. Imagine hearing Goat Piss Mike reading your submission.
Wow. Can we promise that?
GPM.
Hashtag looks like. Hashtag looks like
hashtag looks like, and also if you know a famous person that's willing to voice them, just kind of maybe reach out to us on that too. We already have one, but just in case.
Right.
Just
the more
in
the
case.
merrier, Bill.
Exactly right.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Is the hashtag looks like or is it looks like game?
I mean, it doesn't really matter because I could just put at LeBatard Show looks like and I'll find them anyways. But if you want to do a hashtag looks like.
And tag LeBatard Show.
Yeah, tag the show, obviously, because if not, if you're just, sending a tweet to your friend Todd or whatever, we're not going to find it that way.
I think we need to incentivize, though, even though we need to be careful about what the prizes are, the number one overall seed, or we will give them something legitimate, will we not? We will give...
Well...
If we pick a
it's
number,
your company, Dan.
Yeah, exactly.
I'd like to give them something.
Give them all the cash in your pocket.
All the cash that the coffee shop won't take.
Am I allowed to do that?
That's your company.
Sure.
Man.
Yeah, I don't know.
How much you got?
Am I allowed to give all the cash?
Winner gets your car.
We keep saying it's your company, but I'm still not certain.
It's a nice car.
Which part are you not certain about?
I'm certain it's your company. I'm not certain you could do what you're about to do.
I've got about $600 on me, cash.
Why?
Wow.
Dan, you going to a strip club or something?
Put that in a piggy bank.
I mean, I'll submit
What if there's
one.
a holdup?
Time now for funniest thing of the sports weekend.
Hey, people. Tell us what in the sport made you laugh hardest this weekend. It is a segment we call What Made You Laugh This Weekend.
I'm going to mug you in the garage later.
Now, anytime anyone sees you, they're going to assume you have all that cash on you. Can we bleep that? What do we do here?
I might have to save you.
I mean, you guys don't understand how offended I am by the fact that is not taken places that I go.
Are you trying to buy trampolines? What do you need $600 for?
If we bleep the number, people are going to think that Dan has $8,000 in his wallet.
Why would you say that?
How do you even take all of that out of an ATM?
How do you
like
sit next to
multiple trips.
Stugotz with all that money and he doesn't take it? Makes no sense.
Trampolines.
Yeah, they're expensive.
We have
when
a
I bought
company
one
for
as
that,
a
Dano.
kid, it was like $300-something bucks.
Billy, how many trips do you think that is to the ATM?
That much at an ATM? That's probably like 2 trips. I don't think you could take out that much at one trip.
No, that's where my limit is. It's $600. That's the
Per day.
Is there a
or
hurricane
hour?
coming? Why are we stashing? Like, that's what I do when a hurricane's coming. I'm like, let me take out some cash just in case power goes out. For 2 weeks, we have cash on hand if we need to go back to like a cashless society or cash full. You know what I mean?
Yeah. A cash.
Yeah.
Yeah. Society.
It's okay, Billy, that you made that mistake.
You're a good teammate, man.
Tony. Way to defend him. Tone. What was the funniest thing from the sports weekend?
Somehow Jokic's arms are still bleeding. I don't get that. I really don't. Like, I try and find the
I
genesis
think it
of
was
what
multiple
happened.
times this weekend. There's one that was
it looks
in
like he got
pregame
into a fight with a
warm-ups.
cat. Like, how?
Put it on the poll, Juju, at LeBatard Show. Dude, Jokic's arms always look like he got into a fight with a big cat.
I'm concerned.
Galarraga.
I'm concerned that we're making fun of something that we. that we shouldn't be making fun of.
His arm's bleeding?
Yeah.
Oh, I think he's scratched
Is it
by
a
Like
people.
skill
like you stuttering? Or you mean, oh, joking.
You don't think that this is happening with collisions and because of the physical play, the physical nature of what he does for a living?
But so does everyone else. Everyone else is in collisions all the time, and their arms aren't bleeding.
You think he's got some sort of ailment that we need to be careful around because he bleeds from his arms in a way that he cannot control that is not related to his work?
Maybe. He's very sensitive skin. He's sensitive about it.
But just on his arms, though.
Just
Well,
on his arms,
Let's do some investigative reporting and ask some people about what's going on. It is a great mystery. A 2-time MVP, one of the greatest things we've ever seen in basketball, can't stop bleeding from the arms. Other people are playing physical basketball. Giannis's arms aren't bleeding. Joel Embiid is always at the free throw line. His arms aren't bleeding. Billy, what's the funniest thing from the sports weekend?
A bunch of parrots crashed a softball game, and then there was a delay because there was just parrots flying around on the field.
That sounds not fun.
I mean, parrots seem like they had a good time.
Does that not sound like it would scare you a little bit? Those look like animals that would
aggressive
be aggressive.
parrots. I can't imagine it.
You can't imagine aggressive birds?
Like, a swarm of parrots?
Wait, you
I
think?
only think of one parrot in a cage. That's the only context in which I know
But
parrots.
these aren't in a cage.
Exactly.
They need to be in a
Exactly.
cage because of how they bite. If
Birds
they
are really aggressive.
if these birds bite you, they have an ability to bite you in a way that could like really hurt your fingers, your hands.
Yeah.
Jokic's arms.
Jessica, what was the funniest thing from the sports weekend?
Jokic told ESPN a few years ago he's always bleeding. He's used to it, and he's going to wear sleeves next year. Reader, he did not. My funniest thing from the sports weekend, Blake Wesley, he actually played at Notre Dame. That's not why I'm shouting him out, though. He inbounded the ball off Luka at the Spurs Mavs game on Thursday night and then dunked, and it was very funny because no one was paying attention on the inbound. The Spurs lost by 26.
They've lost 16 in a row.
It's amazing. It really is.
I mean, they're
One might say this is Pop's greatest coaching job ever. I mean,
If the goal is to get Wembanyama, then for sure.
oh, he's crushing it.
Whittingham, what was the funniest thing from the sports weekend?
Runaway winner is Fran Mccaffery.
Yeah.
I mean,
so good.
that
It's the
video.
greatest thing ever.
I've watched it 20
You know,
times. I
give
can
the
watch it
referee
20
some
more.
credit.
Yeah.
Stop giving it all to Fran. The referee stepped into it, and he won the stare down. He did.
Salute to that referee.
Yeah.
It's the greatest stare down I've ever seen in sports.
When was the last time, genuinely, the 1950s in the movies was the last time we had a stare down that looked like a stare down in quite that way?
No.
25 seconds of two dudes staring into each other's eyes.
Do me the favor while we're standing here. Please look up Frank Robinson stare down from the Nationals dugout, and I will wait as we go around the room here
great.
and finish this off. I want you to tell me which one is better, Whittingham, the Frank Robinson stare down
Stitched different.
from the dugout as the manager of the Wizards or the manager of the Nationals, or the Fran Mccaffery stare down, because they're both great. I don't know
This
which one is better.
wonderful.
It's amazing.
I don't. You guys tell me, having seen the, you're watching
Again,
it right
camera
now.
operators doing a magnificent job.
Well, they split the screen. The umpire, Jim Wolf, has not blinked. Frank Robinson has blinked 4 times.
You guys tell me which one is better, because I think Frank Robinson's
the
was
umpire
longer.
lost. The umpire lost.
Was Frank Robinson's longer? Which one was longer?
Frank Robinson was
Right,
longer,
right.
but to be fair to Stugotz's point,
Yes.
Frank also blinked first.
Yes.
Would have
Never wanna
violated the
blink first.
pitch clock in 2023, though.
4 blinks for Frank before Jim Wolf blinked once, but then Jim gave up. I mean, he was like, Frank, how long are you going to do this?
Turned
I mean,
around. He was the third base ump, correct? It was not the
Yes.
home plate ump. It was he was staring down across the diamond.
He shook his head in dismay. Like, what are you doing, Frank? How long
But
are
he
we going to
gave
get
up.
this up?
The game of chicken, he gave up. He stopped staring.
Frank would have stared all night.
The college basketball ref did not stop. He never stopped. He's still
best part-
standing there.
The best part are the steps forward.
Yes.
When Fran takes a step forward,
Yes,
and
aggressive.
then the referee takes like a very stodgy, robotic
Yes. Stepped
step
right
forward,
into it. Right
step
into it.
into it, but also retain the posture of the basketball tucked into his hip as well.
Fearlessly stepped into the glare of one rabid Iowa coach, Fran Mccaffery, whose team, again, this bears noting, I feel like, there were, Stugotz, 89 seconds left in the game, and his team was down 10. It seems impossible to come back from.
I may be reading this wrong, but it looks like that happened on Frank's 70th birthday. It's quite a way to celebrate. A little stare down.
How long was it? How long total was that?
I think it was like 23 seconds.
Hold
if I
on,
remember the
hold on.
video
No,
correctly.
I think it was. No, wait a minute. It was longer
Because they
than
caught that mid stare. Yeah.
They got there late. Frank Robinson was already staring. Stugotz, what was?
Hold on, this is amazing. You're telling me there was like 30 to 60 seconds of staring before this
the
clip?
cameras
Someone
caught
has
on.
to have noticed. Yeah.
Yes, they caught it mid. They caught the mid stare down. They caught it.
Oh my
Do you think
God.
it's possible that,
Amazing.
like, and I don't want to sound rude here. Do you think it's possible? He just turned 70. I feel like when I'm 70, I'm just going to be staring at things. You know what I mean? Like, maybe he wasn't even that mad. He was just kind of like,
In deep thought?
yeah. It's like, what are we going to do for my birthday after this? Is there cake? Like, what are we doing?
The Fran Mccaffery one only lasted 17 seconds.
How about Frank, though?
Well, 23, and we joined it in progress.
Oh, my God.
23 seconds.
And then Jim Wolf looks at the rest of the crew like, hey, what's going on here? He's not going to
What are we
stop.
doing? If I can throw him out?
Frank Robinson would still be standing there now, even though they've had 7 managers since then. He wouldn't have given up the job. He would just sit there staring. He was not going to lose.
And he's dead.
Who's dead?
Jimmy Wolf or Frank Robinson.
$50.
No
Or?
way. No way.
$50.
No, it's a guessing game.
You owe $50.
No, I gave you options.
You killed people who are not dead. $50, and it may be $100. I'm
Can
not
I
totally,
borrow a couple hundred
I'm
for
not
you?
totally sure. You
Stu,
had
you were
plenty
flashing
in your
your
wallet.
cash
You
earlier.
had plenty in your wallet. I can't believe you closed out the show today by killing a man.
Ken confirmed that Jim Wolf is still with us. Frank Robinson, unfortunately, is not.
The guessing game.
$50.
Nothing.
You owe $50. What do you mean you're not
You
doing
were showing
50?
it. You showing it off earlier.
He said or.
Yeah. I did say or. It
You
was
just
your
chucked
choice.
You chucked a 10 at the console. That's not 50.
There's 2 20s coming.
That one hurts.
Oh, $50.
Oh,
Lend him 40, Dan. Come on.
Yeah.
Stugotz, funniest thing.
Oh, my God. I don't know.
You're rattled. That's it. You've quit on the show because that hurt so much.
$50 right before I'm leaving for the day.
That hurts.
I mean,
That hurts.
last sentence out of your mouth gets you $50.
Jesus.
Whittingham, play the sound of you stuttering.
That's it. That's my funniest thing.
I will not. I refuse.
He has to, Dan. He has to.
Can someone else access it?
Subordination. I got it.
Fine. They're the defending champs.
All right,
Jeez,
go-
I'm going to.